Some athletes are good. Some athletes are great. But very rarely does an athlete make such an impact that they begin to transcend their sport. You know, those times where an athlete is creating so much buzz that people who don't even follow the sport know their name. These athletes hardly ever come around. But when they do, you know something special is going on. Growing up, I used to skate, so...
Yo, no cap, just off the top of my head, people that, like, the people that he described, he showed them in this video. I knew nothing about swimming. I knew how great Michael Phelps was. I ain't know about skating. I know who the Tony Hawk was. Who's another one, bro? Who's another one? I don't know about golf. Tiger Woods start cooking. I'm here. Here we go. I'm like, God damn, Tiger Woods go. Oh, soccer too. Well, no, soccer was a little different for me though, because I'm in Texas. I went to school with a lot of Mexican people, so I was hearing a lot of the great soccer names, even though I didn't really watch it. So I knew of like Ronaldinho, I knew of David Beckham and shit like that. So I can't say soccer for me, but Serena, a great one. So is Caitlin Clark there for the WNBA?
Of course, I know who Tony Hawk is, but my mom also knows who Tony Hawk is.
I said somebody's name wrong. I probably fucked up. You Mexican? I don't know. I fucked up. I don't know.
Is. In a sport that tends to only retain the most die-hard fans, Usain Bolt was so incredible that he became a household name. And it also helped that his name sounds like he was destined to be the fastest man of all time. Ask the average person to name any golfer, and they'll instantly say Tiger Woods, followed by no one else. There are very few athletes that reach this level of popularity, where they almost single-handedly lift their sport to new heights. And right now, women's basketball is home to an athlete that may just be next in line to be one of these transcendent athletes. Caitlin Clark has only been in the WNBA for one season, and she is already the face of the league, drawing in more fans, viewers, money than ever before. But it hasn't come without harsh criticism, some of it targeted at the disproportionate admiration and attention being given to just one player, and some of this criticism claiming she simply isn't nearly as dominant as we are led to believe, a product of the sports media machine pushing their golden child. Is Caitlin Clark really as good as advertised, or have her talents been overblown for the sake of the WNBA and the future of women's basketball?
And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport.
No Reese? Listen, I think that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark definitely like elevated both of their stardom in a lot of ways. Bro, people love a good story. They love a good rivalry. I think that Caitlin Clark benefited from the Angel Reese heat that she was getting, the beef. And I think the Angel Reese benefited from the Caitlin Clark. Obviously, looking at the game and shit like that, it's the levels of where they are basketball-wise not the same. It's not really the same at all. But I definitely think that there's benefits. I see a lot of times people try to minimize Angel Reese. I get why y'all trying to do it, but at the same time, y'all gotta stop. But also too, to a lot of the Angel Reese fans, they gotta relax too, because a lot of them try to elevate her way more than where she needs to be in a lot of ways too. It's give and take on both sides.
Today's video is sponsored by Draft.
From what I've seen.
On April 7th of this year, the women of the NCAA Basketball Championship accomplished something completely unprecedented. Throughout the game, they drew in nearly 19 million viewers, a number that shattered every NCAA women's record. Viewership of any men's tournament game over the last half-decade, and even surpassed every single NBA Finals game since 2018. The game was a groundbreaking spectacle, with people who had never even tuned into a single basketball game in their life turning on the TVs to see who would be crowned champions. The majority of this flocking attributed to one player, Caitlin Clark. Her unbelievable range and record-breaking performances proving to be must-watch TV. The true testament of her greatness and impact, all of the doubt and borderline detest that quickly followed her ascent. Some fans and players, both past and present, questioning if her talents would translate to the next level and if the horde of fans she inspired would follow. They did. Her WNBA debut attracted the most viewers of any WNBA game in the history of ESPN.
Man.
Indiana's home game attendance jumped from an average of 4,000 fans last season to an average of over 17,000.
Listen, I went to an Indiana Fever game before Caitlin Clark was there. I went, the 2K League used to be in Indiana. If y'all knew this was like 2 years ago, I was in Indiana. I was probably in Indiana like 7 times a year or something. One of the times we had the opportunity to go to the game, it was them versus New York Liberty. I think I told y'all the story. That arena probably had, on some real 1,000 in there. If I'm being honest. I don't want to bullshit. Let's just, below 5,000 people in there. I'm telling you right now. Nobody in there. So for me to see an Indiana Fever game, and to see that they pack now, come on, bro. This is night and day, dog.
1,000 fans this season, a more than 400% increase in just a single year. Transactions
Restart stream, I just arrived. We don't give a
the Fever's team store jumped over 700%, and
Hey, welcome
WNBA
in.
viewership has skyrocketed to levels that even Clark's biggest advocates could not foresee. Game 4 of last year's WNBA Finals drew in more viewers than any WNBA game over the last 2 decades, with 728,000.
Wait, run the back. I'm sorry. I was laughing at Colin.
In the Fever's team store jumped over 700%, and WNBA viewership has skyrocketed to levels that even Clark's biggest advocates could not foresee. Game 4 of last year's WNBA Finals drew in more viewers than any WNBA game over the last 2 decades, with 728,000 fans tuning in for the game, living up to the hype as one of the most anticipated games in the history of the league. This season, there were 22 regular season games that eclipsed that mark, 21 of them drawing in over 1 million viewers.
Yo, and what I'm saying, I'm just not seeing these numbers. Let's count how many of these games include Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. I know he's going to tell us. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 of these games. 18 of these games include the Indiana Fever. And then look, also, I'm going to give Angel Reese some love. 2 of these games include Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky because of they. Also, you got Angel Reese here as well. I'm gonna give Angel Reese some love. But god damn, that's ridiculous, bro.
Even crazier, 18 of those 22 games featured Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. But the most revealing evidence of the now dubbed Caitlin Clark effect is the fact that WNBA viewership has nearly caught up with NBA viewership in 2024. On ESPN, NBA games averaged 1.56 million viewers this past season. WNBA games averaged 1.2 million viewers.
Never would I ever thought the WNBA would get to that point. Like, I'm gonna say this. I did think the WNBA was gonna be successful eventually because there's so many women out here, bro. And I'm like, bro, why are they not watching? I think it's more women than men out on the world statistic, I believe. I might be tripping. I'm like, bro, why are they not watching the WNBA? So I knew they could get some fans, but I'd be a liar if I told you I knew it would be like this. I would be a liar. I'd be a liar, bro. Like, this is nuts.
A number that was inconceivable just a couple years ago. But Caitlin Clark's soaring popularity has been a point of contention for many fans of the WNBA, frustrated that in a league that is bursting with talent right now, it's all just being overlooked for the poster child of women's basketball.
I'm sorry to keep pausing. And this is a point that I get. First of all, shout out to Faithlin, a member of the community. She been putting us on WNBA and WNBA players and games. She let me know there's talent in the WNBA, elite talent. Asia Wilson's a beast, But the problem is like they just was not able to get to capture as many eyes as Caitlin Clark was. Period. Like, I think that Caitlin Clark benefit from a lot of things. a lot of goddamn things, and maybe he'll address them.
Do Caitlyn's abilities actually warrant the hype? In just her rookie season, Caitlyn broke over a dozen league and franchise records, including the WNBA's single-season assist record. She set the record for the most assists in a single game. She received the most All-Star votes of any player in WNBA history, set a new league record for double-doubles by a guard in a single season, scored the most points of any rookie in league history, and became the first rookie in WNBA history to put up a triple-double. Just this past week, it was announced that Caitlyn made first-team All-WNBA, which makes her the first rookie to make first-team All-League since Candace Parker did it 16 years ago. Turns out those awe-inspiring performances from her days in college did in fact translate to the pros. Because even against the best defense in the world, she is pretty much an offensive cheat code. Throughout her rookie season, with points and assists, Clark generated 45.2% of all points produced by the Indiana Fever. For perspective, she has a larger offensive load than every single player in the NBA last season outside of Luka Doncic. And she's a rookie. But to really understand Caitlyn's unparalleled offensive prowess, here are the 200 most productive offensive seasons in WNBA history on a scale of points generated per game. And among these seasons, you'll find the greatest players in the league's history. Lisa Leslie,
I already know when they show her shit, it's gonna be somewhere over here, bro.
Tamika Catchings, Cheryl Swoops, Candace Parker, and Angel McCoughtry have tons of seasons littered throughout this chart. Climb towards the top and you'll find seasons from Asia Wilson and Cynthia Cooper. But with 4 of the top 10 most productive offensive seasons in WNBA history is Diana Taurasi, her 2006 campaign being the best of them all, producing 33.9 points per game. And then there's Caitlyn Clark, who is
God damn, bro. And I see, like, shout out to Cheryl Swoops, man. I actually hit the homie Faithlin up when Cheryl Swoops was going through all her shit. I see Cheryl Swoops like crashing out saying that Caitlyn Clark isn't dominating. And again, I've only watched 2 games of her, maybe 3 if I want to be honest, maybe 3. But if I'm looking at this shit, like, how is she not, like, now I guess she got other talent on her team. What's the other girl name on her team, bro? I know her name because she whooped my ass on 2K. She's a bucket. But you can't deny Caitlyn Clark balling, bro.
Already the most potent offensive player in the history of the WNBA in her rookie season.
Kelsey. I think that's Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell. Boy, she a motherfucking bucket, boy.
Women's hoops has never seen a player like this. And as absurd as her numbers are, how she puts up these numbers is just as incredible. Here are the players who attempt the longest three-pointers on average in the NBA last season, with Trae Young leading the league with the deepest three-point attempts with an average distance of 27.94 feet, and Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry just a shade closer. Despite it still being worth the same amount of points, the longest shooters in the NBA are stepping 4 feet outside the three-point line on their attempts. But even amongst the deepest shooters in the world, Caitlyn Clark is on her own island, because throughout the 2024 regular season, her average three-point distance was 28.1 feet, which is not only further than any player in the NBA and in the WNBA, it is a whopping 6 feet out from the WNBA three-point line. Has Caitlyn Clark been worth all the attention and hype that has engulfed her over the last 2 years? Yeah, I'd say so. She didn't just have a successful rookie season. She had one of the best rookie seasons in recent basketball history. And this isn't just to her benefit, but the benefit of the entire WNBA. Because the seismic boost in the WNBA's popularity this season is not limited to those turning on the games to see what she'll do next. It can also be found in the fans actually showing up to the games.
Yo, and this is what I get when, like, this is what I don't understand when the people that hate Caitlyn Clark and hate on her because there were previous stars that did, in their words, just as good and balled just as much that didn't get the attention. That's not Caitlyn Clark's fault. Now, we're here now. she's bringing attention, and with her bringing new eyes in the WNBA, now those live cold ass players now are going to start to gain more fans. They're going to get more eyes on them. Now motherfuckers gonna be like, okay, Aja Wilson is cold. First of all, I already know Vegas been balling. Because I think Vegas is one of the teams where they got no problem filling out their stadium, the Aces. But like, with new attention brings in new fans. Yo, CB! CB! Appreciate you for the goddamn Big 10 getting the subs, man. Thank you so fucking much, man. Thank you. And also, too, I feel like it really came at the perfect time for what I'm seeing. This rookie class, they had a lot of talented rookies come into this class. And then also, there's a lot of talent still left in college. It's looking like Juju. Everybody wants to say her name. Juju looks like a fucking beast. And then so when she comes in, she's going to benefit from the viewership increase and shit like that. I don't know.
Looking at a chart of the average attendance of WNBA games since the inception of the league in 1997 will tell you a story of a league that has seen their fair share of good.
Hold on, I seen a donation that got to do with this, so I'll reply to that.
See how it's just resubscribed for 2 months. My ass be a little itchy sometimes.
What? Man, get off the street and go clean your ass.
440 will cheered X100. I wanna get a PS5. What's the difference between the digital and console version of the both?
The digital and the console version? I think you mean I think you're asking me what's the difference between the digital and the one with the disc tray. The only thing that's difference is one you could buy games at the store and use, and one you could only buy games off PlayStation Store. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have the physical version of the PS5. I've went in the store and bought 2 games. 2 games to put in my PlayStation. That's it. And the physical was more expensive. It's not worth it. Well, actually, I think that they raised the price to the digital now, which is a straight up scam. But I tell you, get the goddamn get the digital version. The only reason why I'm gonna get the physical, or why I'm keeping my physical version, is because I know that as the years go by, when they start to shut the servers off, I'm gonna be building up my PS5 game collection, so I can still play some of the classics and shit like that. But yo, nigga don't get up and do shit anymore.
So just
relax.
Subscribed for 42 months.
Nerd.
Yo, chat big 42 months with the greatest streamer and community.
Hey, thank you for the 42-month sub, gang. I'll see how far back we are.
Senpai Shiba just resubscribed
Shiba,
for 32
my
months.
dog, thank you for the
I'm
sub.
subbed here only to hate. 32 months of hating. Hold on, wait a min. First off, you have killed my algorithm with this video a while back and now it won't go away, so for now on enjoy this, women. You did this.
Enjoy what? Hold on. What the fuck did I do, nigga?
Who's that YouTuber, fam? That famous YouTuber who plays basketball?
Okay, Showtime?
That waste youth that left his mom in the hood and he left his mom in the hood, but he moved into a condo. Yeah, that kid.
Hey,
his
Showtime.
bitch I thought was a virgin. You should go holla at that thing, eh? Think he lives in the hood with his mom still.
Ooh, that laugh. Ooh, that laugh. Ooh, baby. Ooh, shit. Yo, just because this is your algorithm, I ain't got nothing to do with this. The Toronto accent is a nasty one, bro. It's a nasty one, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
There's
some of y'all back. Yeah, there's some of they back. They lying.
100 CC for Roy. Fire, fire, fire.
Yo, I appreciate you. Thank you. Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year. Absolutely.
Tendixie just
I think she was unanimous.
Subscribed for 11 months.
Yo, thank you for the 11 months, Teddy. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Damn. Yo, hey, Raul, thank you for the sub. Also, Juice Man, thank you for the 8 months with Prime. I appreciate that.
Juiceman 115 _ just resubscribed for 8 months.
Come on, man. Why the fuck did they do that? What's good, Trey? I appreciate you. Also, hey D, appreciate you for the sub. The Week, thank you for the sub. And then they got Moist. Thank you for the sub. I think we got how much? 1, 2. We got 5 more.
Moist Venom just resubscribed for 7 months.
Yo, Moist, thank you for the 7 months sub.
Moist Venom cheered X100. I heard something wild on the radio today. The Google glasses can scan someone's face when you walk by them and pull up their socials or Google images.
What? Nigga, the Google glasses are still a thing? I remember back, I don't know why, I'm such a fucking nerd. I be wanting all the new technology. I remember I wanted them Google glasses, but them hoes is ass. Bro, thank God I didn't have money back then. Look how the fuck I would have looked with this shit.
And software and hardware by itself can do
Motherfucker walk around this bitch looking like Vegeta. Thank God I ain't have no money, bro.
7 things with it. You can do 7 things. You can take a picture, record a video, navigate.
That shit looks fucking dumb as fuck. And I was just in the comment section like, man, I need one. This is still a thing?
Down. What does it actually do?
No, you didn't get my view. I ain't gonna, I might buy some and see what they do.
Miss Lia Barbie just resubscribed for 23 months. The new fans only want to watch CC and act like the league started with her.
I mean, listen, you're dealing with, that's some of the new fans, maybe most of the new fans. But first of all, that's only right now. And second of all, like, they just being fans of their star. Newsflash, every team, every person that's a fan of somebody is annoying to most people. LeBron fans are annoying like a motherfucker. They feel like the NBA only started with LeBron. Same thing with Kobe fans. Same thing with Jordan fans. They think that Jordan, nigga, since Jordan left, the league has been dead and just dragging on every single second. Like, so it's nothing new, but at the end of the day, it brings in new fans, and eventually those fans are going to start to see, maybe they might like Kelsey Plum on her team. Kelsey might eventually leave that team, go to another team, and they'll start to root for the other team. It's a trickle-down effect with all of the new eyes on the league.
To be honest, a lot of people are only watching for an agenda. If she doesn't win soon, those people will fade out and find the next new controversy to attach to.
Well, yo, I will not deny there's a good amount of people that's just watching Caitlin Clark just to fit their agendas. I will not deny that. But I think that a good amount of the people watching are fans of the way that she plays basketball. I mean, they're a fan of basketball in general. So, I don't know. It is a lot of nasty shit going on. Like, they be like, oh, everybody picking on her, everybody doing this, everybody, like, they basically acting like a bunch of fucking crybabies for every little thing. And when something don't go Caitlin's way, then they act like, oh, it's a reason why she's not getting this love, this hope, shit like that. But I don't think that that's gonna last too long, to be honest.
One time I had to use the bathroom. I didn't have no toilet paper, but I had baby wipes. I used the baby wipes to wipe my ass and it felt like I sent you the tracking numbers to the packages, should be 3 in total. 1 is from Amazon. Keep it away from your nephew. Also, the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark rivalry single-handedly boosted women basketball. They should be kissing their feet.
I think that it did, bro. Caitlin Clark was hooping, balling, but in my opinion, she low-key needed a bit of a dance partner to take that next step. Because you need storylines in sports, bro. And in college, and then also in the beginning of her WNBA career, Angel Reese was her dance partner to help, like, take that shit to the next level. I think she was going to get attention regardless.
Menace 273 just resubscribed for 5 months. Yo Trey. Was good, my nigga.
What's good? Maya Moore was a fucking beast. I remember Maya Moore. She's a beast. How you feeling, gang? Thank you, man. Thank you for the 5-month sub. And yo, hey Kenzie, appreciate you for the gift sub to KOS. All right, back to the video.
Good days and bad ones. In 1997, there were only 8 WNBA teams, all with really healthy attendance numbers due to the excitement of a new women's league. The league quickly expanded to 16 teams with a handful of teams emerging as fan favorites, like the Washington Mystics,
Damn, the Houston Comets. Shit just going up and down, man.
the Phoenix Mercury, and the LA Sparks. But with a massive league expansion came a nearly equal retraction. Many teams folding along the way, such as the Soul, Fire, Miracle, and Sting. But it wasn't until COVID where the league's once steady fan base was wiped out. In 2020, there were no fans in attendance due to COVID protocols, and when play resumed in 2021, attendance was at an all-time low. A number that has been
And I do think I think I went in 2021. Man, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm so glad that he said that it was at an all-time low, because I didn't want to seem like I was lying when I said, bro, real shit, it was probably less than 1,000 to 2,000 people in that stadium watching. That shit was bad, man. I was like, damn, this what the WNBA looked like in person?
quickly rising in the few years since the pandemic, but has specifically seen an explosion this season, where for the first time, league attendance was higher than the WNBA's inaugural season. The Indiana Fever seeing the highest attendance numbers in league history, nearly selling out every single home game. In a league where attracting the casual fan has been a seemingly...
Oh, but another thing too, though, I think that a thing that we also got to think about as well that goes beyond Caitlin Clark is women's sports as a whole is on the up and up. As a whole, basically. Like, I know women's soccer is cooking. The viewers is up for women's soccer. I know that even women's boxing, people are starting to focus on that. UFC, the dudes are actually paying attention to the women fighters, even though I don't know who the champions is now. I remember back then a little while ago, they had a hell of a run. So women's sports in general is on the up and up. But I don't think that any of them is shooting up and balling the way that the WNBA is balling, thanks to Caitlin Clark in a lot of ways.
The insurmountable task, Caitlin Clark has defied the odds by not only drawing in new fans for her and her team, but rising the tides for the entire league. This is completely unprecedented, at least in the WNBA it is. But there was a time when the NBA was facing similar struggles until a pair of players showed up and changed everything.
The NBA was struggling. They needed a storyline. They needed dance partners, my nigga. Magic needed Larry. Larry needed Magic. And in a lot of ways, I feel like that's what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is for real. Wow. Shout out to Angel Reese. I'm not ragging on her. Angel Reese is not, it don't look like right now she's an elite basketball talent. But she is good at getting double-doubles. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Like, beyond the stat pattern, she was getting them bitches off the strength. But I don't watch Angel Reese play. Some of her play be looking to look crazy. But you cannot deny her. You can't deny her as a part of this history.
The success of the Celtics in the 1960s, the NBA's growth in popularity had come to a grinding halt in the 70s. The league had a rampant drug problem. An emerging rival league known as the ABA was picking up steam, and the NBA didn't really have a face to propel the league into the next decade. Jerry West was on his way out. Kareem was incredible, but he didn't really have the personality or charm that fans gravitate towards. Bill Walton's prime was cut short due to injuries, and many fans felt Julius Erving's introduction to the league after leaving the ABA in 1976 was a bit short of what was advertised. Many games were lucky to see even half capacity in attendance.
Damn.
Many teams were losing money. The NBA had fallen to a, quote, second-tier sport behind the NFL, MLB, and NHL. All of this culminating to the...
Nigga, imagine the NBA being behind NHL. Like, MLB is crazy. NHL is insane. Like, I can never imagine that.
Point where some networks infamously had NBA Finals games on tape delay in the late 70s due to low ratings. The league was in desperate need of a generational, transcendent superstar. Lucky for them, they got two. Coming off the most popular rivalry in the history of college basketball, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson propelled the league to new heights in the 80s, transforming the NBA from a second-rate league into a behemoth of sports and entertainment. A tandem that many longtime NBA fans say saved the NBA. Now, this isn't to say Caitlin is the second coming of two of the greatest, most important figures in the history of basketball, but her impact on the sport at such an early stage in her career has reached a level reminiscent of some of the most influential athletes of all time relative to their sport. Because her popularity hasn't just affected her, it has had a cascading effect on players across the entire WNBA. Clark has essentially become the gateway to NBA fandom for many people. They come to witness the phenomenon that she is and end up staying once they see just how awesome the league and its players are. Players around the league are signing groundbreaking endorsement deals. Teams now have their own planes and new facilities. Many WNBA players have become household names, some of the most recognizable figures in sports today. There is real, genuine discourse about the games and the players right now that exists beyond the diehard fans. Conversations about the WNBA are now no longer about the legitimacy of the league itself, but instead about its players, records being broken, rivalries, the playoffs, title hopes, the draft, and up-and-coming prospects. It's understandable that Caitlin's explosion in popularity has caused a lot of tension. Why is she getting all the attention when there's tons of great players around the league doing great things? The answer to that question? Well, it depends on who you ask. But there's no denying the widespread impact Clark has made on the league.
First and foremost, bro, the answer is because she's fucking good. Now, there are a lot. Damn, she got a motherfucking yam on her face. Damn. But, I'm sorry. But also, too, yo, there's other factors into it, bro. I think that Caitlin Clark definitely benefited from going to Iowa, basically in middle America, playing around. She's playing a bunch of people that look just like her, watching her play, watching somebody that's that good, and yo, they see a resemblance of themselves in her. Then, on top of that, she got drafted too into Indiana, where a bunch of people that look like Caitlin Clark are. They're like, yo, let's fucking go. She looks like me. She's balling. All right. So that helps her a lot. I'm not fucking crazy. But at the end of the day, that only can last so long if you ain't good. And she good.
In just a single season. For years, players in the WNBA pushed for people to give their talents and their skills and the product a chance. And in record numbers, people finally are. Now, what it took to get them to tune in may not be the most ideal circumstance, where for many casual fans, one player is overshadowing the vast majority of an entire league, but it's 1,000 steps in the right direction. Whether the Caitlin Clark effect will have a lasting impact on the league and retain these new viewers and fans and continue to draw in more in the future is something that only time will tell. But one season in, and she is on a path to being one of the very few truly game-changing athletes of her generation. And yes, she's got all the talent to back it up.
Yeah. First of all, what an amazing fucking video. This nigga know how to make videos. I also think that, like, bro, like, the momentum will continue because there is talent continuing to come into the league. There's talent continuing to come into the league. And now with the new social media and how everything is, you get to see people's personalities. You get the players become more likable. But you can't deny, bro, Caitlin Clark really came in and helped change shit overnight, bro. And I think that the old NBA guard need to, like, let their old feelings go. I'm sorry. They was not watching when y'all was playing. Sort of old WNBA. I'm sorry. But, yo, as time goes on, shit change. Shit fucking changes. I'm seeing WNBA legends crash now because they don't want to give her credit. Like, yo, you seem like a fucking hater. Real nigga shit. And also, too, to the people like, yo, it's one person shining when there's other talent around the league. To those people, welcome to the world of sports. It happens in almost every major sport where one person gets a whole lot of love and there's other talented people that's getting overshadowed. Yo, can you imagine how other players have felt when you watching, let's say, for example, rookie LeBron coming in, or let's just say LeBron in general. LeBron getting all the press, getting all the love, and now you got a bunch of other players that just not getting as much love as him. It happens in sports, bro. Tom Brady, well, obviously I know I'm pointing out winners, but like, it's a regular thing, my nigga.
And yes, she's got all the talent to back it up.
Oh, what Guapo say? Same way they was hating on LeBron when he first came in the league. Get out my head. My bad, bro. My bad. That's just what happened. What a great fucking video, man.